Hello, welcome to this video. Today we're looking at Microsoft Excel. I'm using my college Office 365 account. So if your organisation, school or college has a 365 subscription, you'll find this feature. I'm using it in the browser. And we're going to look today at creating a dummy data set. So when I'm working with my students, I want them to get familiar with dealing with data. I like to create a dummy data set that they can use either in Excel or copy and paste into PowerPoint or to Word. So let's go through and just show you a few tips on how you can do that. So the first one, if we jump to the first sheet, there are a couple of formulas to be aware of. So if you use the equals rand between 1, 1000 divided by 100, you get a random figure between 1 and 1000 in essence. And then having done that, you can obviously go into the column. So this would just be normal numbers. And what I've done is I've right clicked on that. I've gone to number format and I've specifically chosen UK currency. So that's one way of creating data there. The other thing you can do is you can create dates as well. So again, same thing, and I'll make sure to put these links to the formula in the chat. You can do a formula which gives you a random date, and you can see there it is a random date within 2020. So that's quite a nice way. And again, I did the same thing with this first column as well, a random number, and you can alter the numbers using the number format to build a set of data. So that's just a couple of formulas there. It's the equals rand between, and either the date option or the number option. So a couple of formulas for creating a set of data. There's another way you can do it as well. So we go across to this tab and this sheet. Sometimes what we end up doing as teachers is we will go in and we will find a data source. So let's say Bond films, for example. I can copy some of that information across. I can go back to my spreadsheet. I can paste that in. And you can see what it's done is it's pasted all of that content other than the number at the start. It's pasted the date and the film together. Now it could be in lots of situations when you find sources of information that you want to include in your spreadsheet, it will do this. It will populate all of it into the one cell. So there's a really neat trick that you can do which allows you to automatically separate the data. So what we can do is we can start to type some of those numbers into the next column along. I find if you do 3 of them, it gets the pattern. And then having done that, if you select those 3, go to the data menu, you'll see there's flash fill. And that will, if I click on it, it sees what you're doing and automates the process. If you're using Google and Google Sheets instead, then there is the Smart Fill option, which does something similar. And actually the Smart Fill option is a bit clever in that it gives you a formula as well, whereas this just does the process for you. You can see it. So that's a useful one, just the flash fill to remove, separate that data from one column to another and automate that process. So the next thing we're going to look at is how we can find additional information that we can use to populate this data set. And one way you can do that, again, is going to the Data tab. You do need to have the Office 365 subscription for this to work. It won't work on earlier versions of Office. But you'll find that there's a category section within the Data menu. And we've got all sorts. We've got stocks, geography, anatomy, animals, you name it, lots of different things. So I'm going to choose films. And what this does is it converts text to an aligned data type. So let me just do it with the first one. So we click on the cell with the title, we go to films, and it's going to take a moment. So it's working on it. It's now turned it into a film and it's given us a plus and spreadsheet option. So add a column. So we click add column and we've got a variety of information that we can add. So this is really useful. So we can go, okay, let's release, let's have the release date. So we'll have that there. And you can see these are appearing at the moment because I haven't linked this title into a film as yet, but they will appear as we go through the process and make those into, convert them from text into a linked data type. So we can keep adding stuff across. So we could add production budget, We could add runtime. We could add, and you can see there's a whole the US box office receipts. So we could add all of that information there. And very quickly, you've got yourself a set of data which you can then share with your students, and they can use maybe within a table in PowerPoint or within a table in Word. So just to show you how we did that again, we'll do the rest of these now. You select the column with the text in, you go up to the data menu, you choose the drop down, and you choose the related topic area. So in this case, films. And it will take a moment just to process that. And obviously the longer the list of topics, the longer it's going to take to do that for you. And you can see it started to populate that in. If it brings up a little I beside one, it doesn't recognize that particular thing, and you may need to tell it. It may be that there's multiple films of one particular name, and you'll just need to choose the specific one. But you can see that it's populated all of that, and I've now got a data set that I could share with my students. So I hope you found that video useful. If you did, remember to subscribe to the channel and join me again soon for more EdTech videos. Thanks for watching.